Hey, are you ready to go to sleep? It's nap time.
Wait, it's nap time for them?
It's nap time.
Diana.
What are you doing over there?
Daddy.
Hmm?
Daddy.
Yes.
Okay. By the way, go you. We're outside the twins' room. We're sleep training them. And I know it's heart-wrenching and everybody has a difference of opinion about sleep training babies, but we had to do it. I mean, not only do they wake up at a million times a night, or they were sleeping like 15-minute naps, and now they sleep for an hour and a half each nap. They're eating 3 meals of solid a day. They're drinking their bottles. They still wake up at night, but it's just give the bottle and go back to sleep. There's no like, you know, carrying, rocking, all this stuff. It has been working like a charm. It's great. So I basically go in, I put them down. I put them in their sleep sack to kind of give them an indication. And I wait 2 minutes unless they're like freaking out. I'm not one of those that's like, don't worry about it. But essentially I joined a sleep training group on Facebook just to remind myself, even though this is the third time that I sleep train my kids, I basically forget. But anyways, I put them down. I made a schedule, a feeding schedule and a nap schedule, and I keep to it. So basically 2 hours up, 2 hours down for a nap. And I try to follow it as much as I can. And then I put them in the cribs and I say goodbye. And so, you know, the Ferber method is you go in every, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I can't. I only go in every 2 minutes. At fourth kids, I can't deal with the crying. So I go in there, I pat the little tushies. I let them know, I reassure them that I'm good. I tell them I love them, and I leave again. And I do this until it takes for them to go to sleep. Look at this little baby. Here, I'll show you the second baby. Okay, so maybe they haven't all fallen asleep, but I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna pat her in the little tushy. This one's self-soothing. You're working on it? I love you. And I watch them on the monitor here, and I wait another 2 minutes, and I can flip through each baby here and see how they're doing. So I totally recommend a monitor that has a camera, obviously, because listening to them, it sounds like they're dying, but if you look at them on the camera, they're already putting their heads down and they're getting ready to go to sleep on their own. Like this one. You see, she's fussing, but she's nice and quiet and calm. And you saw 5 minutes ago, she was kind of upset, but they're just chilling. And some of them fight a little bit more because they're overtired. I actually kept them up for an hour and a half, 2 hours and a half instead of the exact 2 hours. So she's a little overtired. So she might need another pat in the little tushy. Now she has stopped fussing. Now she's just kind of chilling in her crib. And now she's pretending to fly. She just flipped over. She didn't like that very much. Let's see. This is when I go in because I know she's upset. This is the one that was asleep, who's now not asleep, but she will be. So they go up, they go down, but this is what you're gonna see. Yep. See, she's fussing, but she's putting her fingers in her mouth. And she's probably getting very distracted because I'm talking. Right? You don't know. Right? Yeah. Yeah. You're not upset. I'm distracting you. You little faker. Yeah, you little faker. Okay, so I have one down, but as you can see, twin babies, one will not wake the other one up. So don't be afraid of that. You can definitely sleep train them in the same room. They will get used to it. So this is what you're looking for, right? She's fussing, but she's putting herself down, and they're kind of rubbing back and forth. So even though she's complaining, she's putting herself to sleep. And in a couple seconds, she will be completely asleep and stop crying. You can see the time, 4:25. And that's it, guys. They fall asleep on their own. See, she's like freaking out. It's been 2 minutes, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna go pat her tushy. I am not interrupting that because she is fussing on her own, so I'm just gonna watch her. Okay guys, so we started at 4:14 and we ended at 4:28. So exactly 14 minutes. It was not that bad. I mean, 14 minutes is easy. I mean, there's 2 of them, right? So if you're only sleep training 1, imagine how easy that would be. But it's totally doable. I encourage everybody to do it if you need to. And what I mean by that is if you feel that your night routine is not comfortable for you and your partner or your family, right? It's disruptive, you're tired, you're angry, you're annoyed, you know, you need to sleep because you got to go to work or you have other kids or whatever the situation is. I think that's when you should sleep train your baby and use the method that you feel is comfortable, right? But if you love your nighttime routine, there's no reason to do this, guys. Come on, right? You just do what's best for your family, okay? But if you have any questions, let me know. If you need questions on books to read or other ideas, you let me know. Now I have an hour and a half to edit this video. So I have 4 kids, right? So I can't just like shoot a video like everybody else. Maybe I could, I don't know. At this point in time, I can't. Oh yeah? What, do I smell? Did you just smell me? Hello? Did you just smell me? Sorry. Okay, so I am gonna finish my video sitting next to my toddler who claims that I don't spend enough time with, and she's always asking for someone to sit next to her, so I gotta divide myself. So we're doing the rest of this video with her in hand. She's watching, what are you watching? PJ Masks. Okay, on Daddy's phone. Sleep training tips and tricks and steps, whatever you want to call them, okay? So number 1 is obviously age appropriate, guys. I say 4 to 5 months is the best age for them to self-soothe themselves, and that's what the books say. Or older, okay? I know some people have done it earlier. You're the mom, you decide. If it doesn't work, they're too young, anything after 4 to 5 months. Second is get an age appropriate schedule, right? So 4 to 5 months. I would Google or read books and say, how long are they going to be awake for? So, you know, an hour and a half window. So they say they wake up at 6 a.m. And I would write this down, like, have it written down. I actually have it. Posted it next to the, what is this called? So I posted it next to the baby Brezza. So we have an idea of the schedule. But obviously I adjust it based on the time that they woke up. And then I write down what's going on for the day so we can keep track of what's actually happening. Did a little nook for the kids here. It's a long story, but there's basically, under the stairs was this open space that we refinished and made into a little room for our kids. And this is where she's at. Of course, Daddy has to make everything special, so he hung lights. It is so cute. So now that you've done the schedule, okay, you feed them and you play with them and then you put them down to sleep. And when you put them down to sleep, you can create a routine if you'd like, where you change their diaper and you put them in a sleep sack and you lay them down. But you gotta kind of be consistent with the same thing so that they're aware, okay, this is sleep time. So some people recommend that you close the curtains and you make it pitch dark. I don't do that, guys. That's a lot of work, and honestly, kids don't really care. And that way, you don't have to be pitch black. Like if you're traveling, you're like, oh my gosh, it's not pitch black. Like who cares? They'll sleep wherever. So it's really more anxiety on the parents than anything else. So for example, my kids are not drinking 5-6 ounces at a time, which sucks, right? That's the goal. You want them to drink, I think it's like 28 to 32 ounces a day. Obviously, if you're breastfeeding, it doesn't matter, but we're bottle feeding, right? So you want to know how much they're drinking, because apparently if they drink that much during the day, they don't need to wake up at night to feed. So my kids are nowhere near that, which is why I still feed them at night. That's important to know. So at night, when they wake up, I feed them and I put them right back down. I don't rock them or anything, and they stay asleep because now they're essentially, she's coughing a lot, I know. They're essentially sleep trained, okay? What I do is I feed mine as soon as they wake up, and then I do kind of like 20, 30 minutes later, an hour, whatever, I try to offer them the bottle again so that we can kind of push that 5 ounce, minimum between feeds to hopefully get all the milk in for the day, okay? They are eating solids, so I aim for at least 2 solids a day. Early in the morning is really inconvenient for me because I'm so sorry. She always has a cough. I'm getting them ready for school, right? So it's too much like of a rush. So I put them down in the morning, and then when they wake up, I feed them lunch, essentially. So they'll wake up, they'll have a bottle. An hour later, I will give them solids. So solids includes, at this time, pureed food, even though I'm a firm believer in baby-led weaning, but my kids cannot sit down yet, so they cannot hold their heads up. So I feel like baby-led weaning right now is as a hazard, and I rather puree feed them right now. And then when they get a little older, I'll give them solid food like baby-led weaning. So for example, I'll puree a banana, and you can add oatmeal, and you can liquefy it with breast milk or formula, and you do it to the thickness that your baby tolerates. And then at dinner time, maybe I puree some boiled carrots. Very easy. Keep it super simple. Or just oatmeal and literally like a teaspoon of peanut butter. Yes, you can feed them peanut butter at this age, guys, to avoid allergies, okay? And obviously ask your pediatrician if you have any concerns, but again, a lot of it is more anxiety on us than the reality is. Or can the babies drink water in sippy cups? If your kid can sit up and they are ready to hold sippy cups, absolutely give them water, okay? So after dinner, again, because my kids are not drinking the 5 ounces, if they look like they're asking for more food, I would top them off with the rest of the bottle, and then we hang out a little bit, okay? I do not let them fall asleep with that bottle. Once they reach that 2 hour mark, again, I bring them upstairs, I put them on their sleep sacks, I turn on the white noise, and I lay them down. And then I do the whole 2-minute thing every nap. It has been about 5 days since I've been sleep training them. So it is taking a little longer, but I think it's because I have twins, and I'm also kind of breaking rules with the patting them on the tushy, and because they still feeding at night. But this is what's working for us right now, and I think that once we're ready to stop night feeds, meaning they are drinking the 20 to 32 ounces of food at night, I will stop the night feedings, and I will wean them off. And you guys can watch my other videos on how everything else is going in this crazy household. You can also follow my cancer journey if you guys are interested in what's next now that they have found cancer in my lymph nodes. Yeah, not done yet, guys. I know, it's insane, it's bizarre, but it's real life. So check out my other videos if you want to keep following on this crazy journey. So night routine is actually a little different, but usually, again, if they wake up, bottle, solid, play, nap time. The 5 p.m. when they wake up, it's actually solid food, then your last bottle for nighttime, if you want. So this is us feeding them dinner. See, it's like pureed. This is actually soup that we made, lentil soup. Right? Is that yummy? And then after this, I will give them the bottle. Is that yummy? Yeah. Then we do bath time, okay? Because it's relaxing. Again, trying to keep a schedule, trying to do the same thing every day so kids can anticipate what's next. And it's, you know, it's fun. They're so cute. And I do have a video on how I bathe my kids. So if you're interested, you could definitely follow that on my channel. And then put them in their PJs and then their last bottle. And then again, put them to bed, do the 2-minute thing and watch them fall asleep.